So let's see how they go. We'll jump into Mirage. Kick it off with Atox on the T side.
They're going pretty quick too. Let's see how they hit B and if they commit to it. Because at the moment, there is going to be a heavy presence from the CTC. A little bit of an awkward situation as Jam Young took a while to get boosted up, but he won't get spotted by Atox. Old window smoke lined up from TYLOO here. It'll be interesting to see how far out that one blooms. And Jam Young's going to push forward. I think he's seen a shin. He has seen that and not... He's not been cleared. He's not been checked. Jam Young finding two there is huge. And there's more where that one came from. ZDR going to be able to find one of his own and a 2v3 for Atox to try to get back in.
Yeah, look, I mean, if Jam Young's going to be hitting shots like that, then it's going to be a tough night for Atox. But that B250 is going to be able to strike. It's doing as it needs to. Mercury waiting quite patiently for his opportunity. And Flynn will also fall. Again, I really like what I'm seeing from TYLOO in that pistol, you know. It's just sharp shots, good, you know, accuracy. They're working hard for those kills, but they're swinging together and the cohesion, it just seems to be on point for TYLOO tonight. And even on top of that, like, they're not afraid of taking these fights either. So I think actually TYLOO, I have no idea. I have no insight at all, but I have to imagine that they've got some good mental at the moment, right? Whatever has gone on in that TYLOO camp, I don't know if you feel the same, but when you just watch them play the game, it just feels like it's kind of showing through in the server a little bit that there's something positive in TYLOO at the moment.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. I feel like everything we're seeing is pretty bloody solid. Kami. A little bit of chip damage out there. Won't be able to stop the plant just yet. There is Stace at CT. But the CT's taking a little while to get back in. So it is going to be an open plant. And Atox now 5-5. Maybe have an opportunity here in the post plant. Jam Young just going to be clearing out CT. Jiggling close. ZDR further back. And stop the first wave of enemies making their way forward. Going to be able to double it down. Now the T's find a bit of control in the jungle, and that's all they're going to be left with. Mick, nice chance, nice try. Found one of his own, but it's not quite enough there as Atox did force into this one. But with round loss and that bomb plant, they should be looking pretty into the next.
Yeah, still a pretty solid round though for TYLOO.
Yeah.
Keep your 3 guns alive, you'd be happy with that. But don't want to really draw too many conclusions just yet. I mean, the pistol looked good. Anti-eco looked good for TYLOO. But now we're going to get what sort of amounts to a gun round from Atox. Yeah, I mean, they've got 4 Galils, so it's not quite perfect on the T side, but it's definitely serviceable enough. Good to see whether or not Atox can flex their muscles early here. Some early util toss it into mid from both. Mercury's going to go straight through the molly. MIQ's waiting for this push into mid, but he has certainly bitten off more than he could chew. It was a perfect setup from TYLOO to deal with what Atox was setting up there. Atox in response will try to take the A side.
Okay, holding strong for the moment. Jam Young will be able to find that pick of his own. Nice little trade to keep the numbers strong for the CTs. And TYLOO have brought everyone to the party. So they must have seen that bomb making their way out, main. And Flynn, oh, he's made a step, maybe. Mercury seems to be very aware, very cautious of that composition. He'll be the one to take it, and that'll be that. 4 alive at the end. Mercury barely living on 1 point of health, but 3 rounds in a row, and we're seeing some early dominance from TYLOO.
Certainly are. It's not great signs for Atox that none of these rounds have even looked remotely competitive so far. But we'll see.
Oh. Well, that's an entry. That's how you do it. Full confidence from Mick straight out mid and locked. Hey, you're not supposed to be able to hit those, but he has. Mosaic going to be feeling the full force of the Juan Deeg. Mick's done his job, but now he's hit the grave.
Yeah, I mean, this is where maybe it all starts to fall apart for TYLOO. Historically, they've been a team that kind of crumbles in these sort of pressure situations. Jamio's more or less given up the B bomb site to try to clear out middle, and now that that goal has been achieved, he's going to start to have a little bit of a look back onto short, but he's already allowed the player to cross, and he's going to find himself in a sticky position. Doesn't even come down to Zesta, really, in the end. It's all done quite easily by Atox. TYLOO have got to be disappointed with how things have played out here. Maybe this nade can make it a little bit easier. A little bit of a wayward peek from Flynn. I'm still not sure that that's going to be enough to get TYLOO back into this, but the nade onto Cabal may just be. They've both got a defuse kit. TYLOO coming in from behind. They've got to start to wonder, where is he? But someone will have to tap the bomb. TYLOO gives away his position, but that defuse is not quite on yet for Cammy. And time a factor, but I think he might just have it, does he? Cammy thinks so. And he's going to sit the defuse, and he's going to win the round as well. TYLOO somehow still get away with another round, and it's 4-0.
Nuts little clutch coming through from the super sub, the coach, the man, the myth, the legend, Kami. And that is going to be 4 in a row. Atox certainly kept them on the toes, though. I thought they definitely would have locked that in the 4v2. But the late lurk, the late flank coming through from TYLOO, just unfortunately for them, was not strong enough. There was half a second in it. And into the next, at least with the bomb plant, they'll be able to buy again and try and keep some more financial pressure onto TYLOO. They need to find a round sooner, or it's just going to be an awkward affair, similar to the first couple of games we saw today.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like that just shouldn't be the case, but maybe Atox had sort of a bit of a purple patch going into that Asia RMR where they were looking good and they did play well there, and maybe it's just not really converted into long-term form. ZDR, not traditionally an AWPer. He's normally a rifler, but he's been able to hit that shot quite nicely.
AWPing's easy, Jordan. You just have to shoot one bullet and kill him.
Just point-and-click adventure game, really. Oh, he's going to hit the headshot onto Flynn, but he will lose his life. Not sure that that's quite going to enable a bomb plan here for the last standing for Atox.
Ooh. Okay.
Oh, the nade will get him. Easy dunk.
Lovely. Great throw. Pure Counter-Strike. And TYLOO into the 6th round are going to have a slightly more healthy economy after keeping 3 alive at the end of that one. Atox just couldn't go to toe with ZDR as they try to make their way up con. And nothing seems to be working. I would personally suggest a B split. Is that the call, Jordan?
May well be. First, they're going to have to take control of mid.
Got plenty going on here. Ooh, Cabal. Going to be tickled by the flames. Re-smoke at top con. Re-smoke on window. Teammates going to start to make his way forward, but with that molly in the way, things are going to slow down. Bomb still in spawn. And TYLOO's got to be the man to bring that one across eventually, but they've got Zesta to do it instead. They've feigned the split B. Mosaic has full eyes on short, though, so they know it's not going to be that B split. And attention going to be drawn back towards A.
Well, does ZDR have the information, or is he just making the read? Right now, he's just waiting quite patiently. Oh, he's definitely got the info now. So change his position up. A little bit wary. Player in Palace, TYLOO kind of gets away with a freebie, and now Cammy under a lot of pressure as well. Wayward fake, Cabal just strafing out, and oof, that round has gone horribly wrong for TYLOO. Couple of minor mishaps on timing, positioning. You know, maybe the steps of ZDR kind of giving away his position, and it all falls apart like a house of cards.
But it's a round. And some confidence salvaged from Atox. Look at TYLOO's economy. This M4 is going to be crucial into the next round. Kami and Mosaic should be able to bite. ZDR certainly will be able to. And Jamie Ung, as you could also say. I wouldn't, though.
Jammy Ung.
Jemmy-ung.
What about Jam Yo Ung?
Jemio. Like Damio's brother. The third Portelli triplet.
Jam you. He's dead.
Yeah, perfect round. 5 alive. 4 alive. Well, Nate, what are you doing? I'll tell you the best thing about Dust 2 coming back is it's one of the only maps where the bomb radius is still tiny. There's not many maps that are like that anymore.
Yeah.
Well, Atox worked in the previous round. Nice little attempt at that mid control, and they're going to try to go for it again. ZDR going to be able to post towards the top of the mid after making a jump to short, but gets domed. Mick, so good at these entries at mid.
Yeah, this is winds of change maybe starting to come through. Atox, oh, they didn't look like they could really play the game at all. Somehow, what's going on? Jamyoung, I don't know how he hasn't managed to walk away with a kill there. It looked like he had 2 almost lined up, but either way, TYLOO still fighting in this round and actually might be able to find a way to recover this. And if they were to do that, then, I mean, that's bad news indeed for Atox, because it really felt like their run on Mirage had just started. It gets a little bit harder in trying to close this round out, particularly with Mosey not having given away his position yet. Getting what you'd imagine should be a free kill right here, and maybe even then some. He's going to wait really patiently. And gets the Bink on Disaster as well. Unfortunately, not able to get the kill, but having some nicely placed spam will get it done, and might even just be able to defuse. Is the smoke covering the bomb? I don't think so. Oh, it's definitely not. And now he's in a bit of a difficult situation again, where it comes down to Cammy for the clutch. One-on-one. MIQ gave him a bit of a chance there, but no chance, unfortunately, in the end, as he'll have to go back and save that M4. So 2 are on the trot for Atox. Are they starting to push their way into this map? It seems so.
Not bloody bad. Let's see if they can triple it down here. Tyler's economy going to be broken, so should be an easier round for Atox, for the Mongolian Dream Team. Tyler just going to be taking the full old eco. Looking to get a buy going into round number 9 to round number 8. No firing squats, just a attempt at some damage through that smoke at window. Ooh, and the jump spot is going to be seen but not connected upon. As Atox will full commit towards the B site. The bait was perfect. Jamyoung went a little bit too wide there with the AK. Won't be able to get a shot off. But the USPs are doing damage order, and it's up to Kami to try to clutch.
Again, yeah, but either way, the fact that it doesn't go to TYLOO is one thing, but yeah, as you said, the USPs are getting a lot of work done. Atox are really having to fight hard to get these rounds on the board at the moment. Look at that in comparison to the rounds that TYLOO were winning, and a lot of them sort of felt very comfortable for TYLOO. But in saying that, you know, it doesn't necessarily matter how you get the rounds on the board as long as you are getting the rounds on the board. And Atox are doing enough now that they're putting pressure on the TYLOO economy, of course. So they've obviously got themselves another buy here, but a loss in this round more or less means Atox are able to equalize the scoreline at 5 apiece.
Little pick coming through. Atox going to be able to turn it into a 2-for-1 deal there. ZDR slinks away with his pick. And a 2-1 split of that defense. Only Jamyoung here to try and lock it down at B. Jumping, seeing if anyone was going to disrespect the smoke. He'll peek into 1. Oh, bit of damage in through the wall. 13 in the clip, and Atox, they are coming. And no one out the window, though, so he should fall for free. Great support of Util over the top, keeps him alive, but not for long. The beat site in the hands of Atox, and TYLOO don't have money, so you kind of want them to save in a situation like this.
Kami's just going to go floating around in mid. I'm not too sure what that's about. Was he maybe trying to retrieve a gun?
maybe some util or a kit or something there towards mid on those blue X's on the map. You can see.
Yeah. Well, it hasn't, in the end, turned out to be worth it.
No.
Unfortunate for Mr. Cammy. ZDR is going to have difficulty holding onto his weapon now that his position's been given away as well.
Drop that, Malik. Do something, mate. You get the footsteps. You can't just sit here.
Ooh.
Online peek. Goes for the swing.
Ooh.
He gets the things that he's looking for. Fights for his life. You'll take that.
I mean, that's a win. Again, a lot of damage done to Atox. Even though they're getting these rounds on the board, you're just thinking, okay, well, TYLOO, they're like lurking in the shadows, or maybe they're the sharks in the water, they're circling. AK, could it be the difference maker in this one for TYLOO to, again, just wrestle control of the half back? Or does Atox keep this campaign pushing forward? CCDR is going to be set up to try to make some magic happen, but not in a position to really have the impact, and the push coming into A has drawn his attention instead.
Ooh. TYLOO going to be able to dominate the A site with the late trade. Cabal tried to catch a timing, but unfortunately he just caught those shots. Now we've got B. We've got Zesta just trying to draw attention back to this side of the map, but in the meanwhile you can also see that Mercury is still chilling, still has that M4, or the AK rather, and a molly to try and buy some extra time. And ZDR, he's not buying that fake, he's going all the way back to CT. Good position to be in considering where Atox are looking.
I wonder, do they walk right into this AK setup? Can Mercury and ZDR contribute enough in that case if they do? Mercury's definitely in a interesting position. Shouldn't get away with more than one. Won't. And ZDR spotted out as well.
Well played. Nice little lockdown there. Keeping 3 alive for the Mongolians. They're going to be happy as anything. And there you go, Mick. 16 and 6, doing a lot of the heavy lifting here for Atox right now.
Yeah.
TYLOO, a little slow to start today. Well, I guess they were fast to start, but they've definitely been grace. You know, 5-5 with 2 rounds left in the half. It's anyone's half. Could go even Stevens in the second half, but who's going to be walking out with this mid control? Atox bringing many more numbers to the party.
Cabal is hoping for his opportunity. Nothing presenting just yet. It's going to be a deep smoke at the bottom of con from TYLOO, answering a window smoke from Atox, and then a pop up to short. And in fact, they're going to try and work their way in through ladder room, have a little bit of cheeky peek in there. I wonder if that's false info though, because Mosey has only now just jumped into it. It could cause a little bit of a ruckus on the backside. Flynn is watching it with the AWP, but he misses a shot. He's going to be a dead man, and there it is. Dobu to drop. And it's just falling apart for Atox.
Counter-terrorists win.
Unmucko Malacco. 5 on the T side isn't too bad here on Mirage, but the 1 round gap can be closed right now before we jump into that second half. And TYLOO, they got 3 AKs, so it will be hard for Atox to get past them, especially with some thin utility there on Zesta. But it looks like they might just go all in. Dobu drawing attention towards mid, just being that man to show some kind of presence. And Atox, oh, what's going on here?
Well,
The damage has been taken, and a tick.
Yeah.
Have we got a reset?
I think we might. I mean, TYLOO certainly aren't messing around. The
Yeah.
Atox are going to go. I mean, Okay. Well, are we or are we not? I'm still confused.
The double pump, Zesta, going to go for a late window smoke. Trying to allow Dobu to have some impact here. What do we got? A CT smoke coming through from Dobu. Or is that jungle? Top con.
All right.
I was
well,
wrong
either
both
way,
times.
I think we can. I think we can be safe in the knowledge that this round is actually going ahead. Atox have spent a little bit more time maybe than they'd have liked to. They're starting to work their way into A. Kami just gets deleted. So that's already not a good start for him. Zesta picking that kill up.
I don't know if someone for him or
Oh, that's a very risky bomb plan that very nearly almost doesn't work out. MIQ, though, will be there for the trade, and TYLOO now relying on just Jamyoung, who can't get it done. End of the half, 6 apiece. Undecided as to which way this one is going. Six apiece. This is the closest match of ESL Challenger League that we have watched in quite a while. I've seen a lot of stomps, but this one is not that. It was looking like it might be. 5-0 lead for TYLOO at the start of the half, but now they're going to have to do it the hard way. Moving on to the T side. We'll see what they've got here for this B take.
Well, they got Julies to try and stop it. Mick only able to find one there. We'll get team flashed, unfortunately, off the timing, but look at that. It is the 4K, the 4-piece from Zesta, who locks it in from short instead.
Yeah, very nice stuff. Very, very crisp aim with that USP. And that is going to be a little bit of a head scratcher for TYLOO. They've got to be wondering, like, how did this all go so wrong? We were up 5-0, and now here we are, 7-6. Anyway, back to square one for TYLOO. I guess they'll have to run it back with the Glocks. Then come into the next round with some guns. They'd love to get a bomb plan here, but just don't really see where that's going to be facilitated with a 5 Glock set. No util at all.
Just letting that clock tick right down. Real slow like. Atox. Whoa. Just going to pick them apart. Two-piece, cops the dink, and the Glocks are going to keep on humming.
Oh. Okay. You got the ace. Pretty crispy.
Bang, bang.
Yeah. So very nice start to the half for Atox. Exactly what they would have wanted. However, it's AK time. And as we've talked about previously, TYLOO do have one of the more fearsome rifling cores that's knocking around in Asian CS at the moment. Jamyoung, Mercury, Mosey. All very impressive in their own right. And actually, honestly, Cammy and ZDR tend not to be too bad either. See what they can conjure up now that they've got the guns in hand. A lot of util early tossed in from Atox to prevent any kind of semblance of a rush. But it's going to be a good old-fashioned execute from TYLOO, and here comes that util, and following that, here comes TYLOO.
Mick going to be able to get one on the fadeaway, draw attention away from the ball and left. 1-1. So the double down comes to Dobu, tucking in at default, finds through. It's actually Flint snatched that one away, and ZDR on a 1v5, but I don't think so. My man ain't going to be happening. It's Flynn from afar to close things out, or Zesta rather. And that's going to be a 3-round lead found by Atox.
Yes, it's starting to look quite dire for TYLOO now. How the tables have turned. Feels really crazy that we were at a 5-0 lead for TYLOO at one point, and now we're at this scoreline. Atox starting to build that money up nicely on the CT side as well. This round should be quite comfortable for them. Only the 2 deagles brought in by TYLOO. Flynn's got the AWP in hand. Nade might do a hefty chunk. Wow, that's done a lot of damage to Mercury. That's 1 grenade. It's a follow-up nade that'll finish off Mosey. Mercury and ZDR copping a little bit of a tickle. The run boost. It's going to prove successful in that he was able to jump across to the boxes, but wasn't able to get too much done with it. And that's a very nice round again from Atox. Up to 10 now, and money is starting to flow.
They're mopping up. They're cleaning up real good right now. Let's see if they can keep it going. Keep the momentum moving here on the CT side, but so far so good as TYLOO are looking more lost up against the likes of Atox as opposed to their opponents yesterday.
All right.
Boosted up into window.
Let's see what they've got.
Whoa. Nice peek from Mick there. Nade across the top's going to dunk on ZDR. But in the meanwhile, Kabal has fallen. So Mick might be a little bit worried. However, it doesn't seem like it. Happy just to swing onto ZDR. Get the AWP out of his hands. And there is going to be the numbers advantage for TYLOO. So we'll see if they can convert finally here in the second half.
Yeah, it would be big for Atox if they were able to pull this one back. Couple of players starting to work their way toward B. We've really only got Zeta on that side of the map at the moment. But he's got a full belt of util. If he tosses this util in on a good timing, which he actually has done. Oh, the nade. Oh, he's going to toss that in nicely as well. Not really done quite so much damage, but he's got his smoke down. He's got his util out. There's 30 seconds left on the clock, and Atox pretty aware that this is going to end up being a B take, so they've at least got MIQ there now as well to help out Zesta. He set himself up over the top of the smoke, and oh my word, it has just gone horribly wrong for TYLOO. But
Up.
great B anchoring coming through from Zesta.
That's kind of nuts.
Yeah.
Atox showing their A game and looking to keep this train going. I thought TYLOO was certainly going to be able to convert that one, but they have dropped the ball. Atox proving a little bit too difficult to deal with here on their CT side. Top mid smoke looking to deny vision from TYLOO has definitely done its job and baited out some extra utility, but Atox can be aware that it is going to be execute heavy gameplay coming through. Flynn going to be able to pick one off, and meanwhile TYLOO holding from the top of the balcony. Won't be able to spin around and find Kami in time, but this will be his helping hand of his teammate to get it done. ZDR 1v3 angle. Getting that trade. But he runs into the AWP of Flynn, which has been impressing me this game.
Well, this is very much starting to look like quite a humbling experience for TYLOO.
Yeah.
It has been pretty much sunshine and roses for the last couple of weeks. They've been versing some teams that have been weaker than them. They've been looking very good in those matchups, and they started this game looking really good. And then it has just gone absolutely nowhere. We might end up finding ourselves at a 13-6 scoreline after TYLOO were up 5-0. I'm at a loss to describe exactly why or how that has happened. But nonetheless, it has happened.
Molly towards the bottom. Keeping unders. Dobu, meanwhile, going to be able to find one there. Mick will fall and lose the man advantage as Jamyang finds another. So mid control going to be taken late and dry from TYLOO. Quiet boost into window 2, which might just seal the deal if they can catch a timing on the Dobu, who's got his knife out. Ooh. Mosea tucked in the corner though, and looking to take the sneaky approach with a re-smoke window. And Dobu in the meanwhile going to be able to crack that smoke open, find a timing. Mosea jumping, going to be able to get that trade. Ooh. And Flynn won't be able to get that shot off this time. It's all up to Zesta in the 1v3.
Indeed. Might be a little bit more than he can handle, but look, plenty of cash. You might even think about going for it. Just hiding behind that smoke, see if it fades favorably enough for him. Time running down, so quite unlikely, and with CDR there's no chance at all. So 12 still for Atox remains, and TYLOO are going to do what they can to try to salvage a bit of pride on this map. Still very much feels like it should be Atox's to lose though.
Yeah. At least TYLOO are on the board in the second half, so see if they can double down. Try and play for overtime. Smoke extinguishing that molly. Escobar. Very interested in underpass. Nice flash. Blinded Jamyang, but Cabal unable to capitalize off the back of that.
Bit of bad luck maybe. An exchange of nades in mid, but it's the bullet from Mosey's head. From Mosey's bullet that will go into the head of Zesta. Whatever. Mosey, headshot on Zesta. That's what I was trying to find there. But
Huge.
Mosey's also out onto the B-bomb site, so I guess that's more important at this point in time. Has lost his life though. Salvage done by Atox. Oh, and Dobu should have died there. Cammy caught him on the ladder. Wasn't able to take advantage of it. Makes the job much more difficult, actually, now for TYLOO to get into this bomb site. But Dobu's still been found. Flynn going to get greedy up over the top of Ticket, but hasn't been spotted just yet. Pistol out. Oh, it's a ballsy play. How's he gotten rid of Jamyang there? I don't know, but it's on to ZDR to try to clutch it out now against MIQ, who's 21 and 10.
Is it closing? Looks like it will be. ZDR none the wiser. And Mick going to be able to lock it in. Big defuse to put 13 on the board. And the first best of one of the evening between TYLOO and Atox is in the bag.
Yeah, it is. I mean, that was quite a roller coaster of a map, wasn't it? TYLOO, it looked like they were starting that one phenomenally. I mean, they did start it phenomenally. They got 5 rounds in a row. You can't really be too disappointed with that, but